One moment, please. So this is the good news, bad news for all signs, starting from Aries and going all the way through Pisces. Please note that the $20 in-depth one question special, I don't offer the one question in private reading. So this is only during the broadcast, redeemable only during the broadcast. Or I'm running a special $50 for 30 minutes, okay? Which is redeemable for the next 24 hours. PayPal only, friends. During broadcast only. Let's see here. Friends and family option. Send to ministryoftarot@gmail.com. By the way, I will know whether you've paid or not. So if you approach me for free readings, it's not going to happen. So, you know. Let's see there. Okay. Oh, 3 people here. I love you guys. Thank you. So let's see if this is straight. Yes, it is. So this is for the week. Good news, bad news. I'll first read the good news and then the bad news. We're going to be pulling from the Housewives Tarot for the primary pull. And then this magical deck, whose name escapes me, as clarifiers. It's a weird deck, but I was pulled to it, so what are you going to do? And then the Tarot of the New Vision. Now, even though the cards are backwards, the orientation of this reading is not backwards. I don't know how to resolve that issue. So it is being laid out as I see them. It's just that the names of the cards are going to be backwards to you, okay? So let's begin with Aries. Let me see here. Boom. Boom. Isn't it neat how this is kind of like a recipe box? That's kind of neat, right? Good news. What is the good news for Aries for the week beginning June 23rd for 7 days? What is the good news for Aries this week beginning June 23rd and for 7 days? What's the good news for Aries this week beginning June 23rd and lasting for 7 days? You always want to give a deadline on a reading. Timeless readings, you know, if you find them, maybe there's a message for you. But really, you know, timeless readings mean forever. So I don't really... I don't know personally of any readers who do that, except what the grifters I see on the internets. First one you have is the 10 of Cups in reverse. Remember, this is the good news reading, okay? Here it is in the upright. And looks like cocktail hour like multiple times. So in this deck, this is a drinking card. I don't know if you're abstaining or able to sustain, or probably not, because the Temperance card is in reverse. Maybe you're impatient to party because you have something to celebrate. Remember, it's a good news reading. We have to read it with the cards within the context of the question. Here you see a blending of things, just like the angel or the guardian is doing in the Rider-Waite deck. So here, joy, justice, and anger. There's impatience, or you may feel unprotected, but these serve you. So again, good news reading. And then the 2 of Cups in reverse. I know it looks bad, but it's a good news reading. Have to read it that way. So the 2s are connected to the High Priestess. The Temperance cards are related to the Queens. The 10 of Cups are related to the Wheel. There may be a change in social life which serves you. Maybe you need it. That's why we clarify. You may be friend zoned as well, or you're joining someone in, spending time at home. I want to see if this is not protection or impatience or a non-blending or no need to blend. One of those two. Okay, let's see. Clarifying with the, why am I downloading something? Boom. Thank you for being here, you guys. I love it. Now remember, I am doing the $20 in-depth one-question readings. But it's not going to be a yes or no answer. It's going to go in-depth. So keep that in mind. They're only redeemable during this broadcast, but it's a long broadcast. So you have plenty of time to decide whether you want to or not. Nothing beats a personal reading. This is for the group of Aries, all Aries, no matter first deacon, second deacon, or third deacon. You will have these energies in your life this week. What's the Temperance card in reverse mean for Aries and good luck or good news? Now, if we get a second 10, that means good luck or a new job. What's Temperance in this spread mean for Aries and good news? The week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. To clarify this card, the Temperance card is the Seven of Cups. Now, you may be post-celebrating something or about to celebrate something, and that's why this card hasn't turned upright yet, because it is the good news spread. But here you have the Seven of Cups. Options, the ability to plan out your life. You're ready to go on something that you're excited about. Possibly with a friend. But you have choices. And there's transformation, right? Because this is related to the wheel, which is change. This totally makes sense to me. You know there's a change coming, like a change in chapter, okay? After a battle, there's transformation. You've attained something in some way. Now let's see what these are both drinking cards, by the way. So I don't know if there's like a refrain from drinking, or you're about to celebrate something special, or you're about to go on a date. Okay, it's not going to happen this week, but you're prepping for this. You hear news that you will later celebrate, possibly next week. What does the Ten of Cups in reverse mean for Aries and good news? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What does this Ten of Cups in reverse mean for Aries and good news? The week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Oop, not that card. Okay, clarifying the Ten of Cups in reverse, you have the Queen of Cups in the upright. So I don't know if you're celebrating with a water sign your age or older, or if this is just your state of being where you feel mentally and emotionally balanced. I feel like you're not alone, okay? But tens, you're attaining some emotional milestone or something that makes you feel good. You avoided a tower somehow, or it's after the tower. It's after a battle or after a tower, okay? Or you avoid a tower, and there's something to celebrate. I want to see what this means. And then we'll get into the bad news reading. Because everybody you can fast forward if you want. You know, if you're one of those corns. I tell people up front when they get a reading from me, don't give me your sign, don't give me your birthday, don't give me the backstory. You know, ask the question as if I know the backstory. Okay, but I think you have like a comrade in arms to celebrate this good news with. What's this Two of Cups in reverse mean for Aries? And good news for a week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Five of Cups in reverse, which is actually a very good thing. This is optimism in reverse, okay? In the upright, it sucks. And the Four of Wands in reverse, I feel like a move. The Four of Wands in reverse in this one, you don't see any people, okay? But there's still stability. I feel like you have to be careful of hangovers if you're pre-celebrating a celebration that you know is coming. I feel that you get some news that there's going to be a welcome change this week, okay? Cool. I like that. I would love it if you like. That would be amazing. Now, what is the bad news for Aries this week? Now, remember, that's why we get tarot readings. So we can avoid the pitfalls as needed. Sometimes they need to happen, though, because sometimes pitfalls are clearings. You know what? I'm just going to turn this up today. Hello. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Lately, I've only been doing this, showing my face during private readings. Hold on. Boom. Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm upside down. Never mind. I guess I can turn it upside up. Hold on. There we go. Hide my neck. So do I turn right upside? Yes, I am. What's the bad news for Aries this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the bad news this week for Aries? Beginning June 23rd through the next 7 days. What is the bad news for Aries this week? June 23rd for the next 7 days. I heard the phrase, I honest to God don't believe it. That's what I heard. So. The first card you have is the Nine of Pentacles. Either you're dealing with a Virgo or an abundance issue, but remember, this is the bad luck readings, okay? It is in the upright, so that's helpful. And then the Queen of Swords. I don't know if you're dealing with an air sign. Well, probably dealing. I read for sun, but it could be sun, moon, or rising where you're dealing with. Or you're dealing with a legal or accounting matter. Again, in the upright, so it doesn't look so bad, right? And then the Two of Pentacles upright. You may have to, I want to say, budget somebody else's money or help them budget their money. But here is balanced. So, I mean, as far as bad news, you know, maybe you have, until you are able to celebrate an abundant event that's probably coming in next week, and you're just prepping for that. You have some legal matters to sort out. I don't like the fact that it's going from Nine of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles, but it may be a case of you have to spend money to make money. That might be something. The nines are related to the Hermit card. The queens are related to Temperance. The twos are related to the High Priestess. So the fact that you have the cards related to the High Priestess in both the good news and bad news reading tells me that a possibility is that you don't know yet. You might not know until like the end of the week, because the High Priestess in the upright is always secretive. But, you know, we are reading for this week, so I'm just wanting to put it out there. Let's clarify. And then we'll get your advice. Hello, everybody. Is there more than one person here? Thank you for the like. You're amazing. Okay, I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords because that could be a person or a situation. What's this Queen of Swords in the upright mean for Aries? Bad news for the next 7 days. What's this Queen of Swords in the upright mean for Aries and bad news? Okay, I'm going to take them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Hermit card in reverse. Remember, you might be dealing with a Virgo in a legal matter. Here it is in the upright. It's in writing, whatever it is. And then you have the Fool card. It might be about a new beginning. Now, the Fool card is Aries, Taurus energy for me in the upright. You can see how he's walking off a planet and he's discarded a bow and the arrow is in like a galactic swan. And there's like a tornado that's sparking, you know, that's making moves. So there may be because the Fool is coming after like the twos, you might have to end something in order to gain something, or you might have to start something before you've actually wrapped something up. But you did get a 10 of Cups in the last reading. So 5 of Swords in the upright, which is good news because even though it's a bad news reading, I like it in the upright because it doesn't mean defeat. It means you win over 2 others. Not so bad, Aries. 3 of Pentacles, there's a small money gain. So you go from a 9 to a 2 to a 3, or there's mandatory training that you are okay with taking, or promotion. And then the Tower turns upright. So I don't know if because the Tower's in reverse in the first reading, you avoid a Tower, but then another Tower is created, or let me clarify that further. I was drawn to the Tarot of Light and Shadow as a clarifier. I don't love this deck, but I was drawn to it, so what am I going to do? Why does this fucking thing keep downloading? Cancel. Block app, yes. Sorry. So this deck has light and dark sides, okay? And I think I've only used it a couple times since I got it. And I got it, got that at Otis Street. So it's a big deck, okay, because it's a light and dark deck. So I'm going to do it all. This is what I'm shuffling here. Just nearly impossible. And I can't change it now. I can't shuffle this. Oh, I see the card. King of Cups. Now remember, you got the Queen of Cups in this reading. Oh no, Queen of Swords. It has to do with an emotional matter. One that you're very close to. But see how he's holding his cup up in celebration. A water sign, male or female or couple may be important. And then the Chariot. Here, it's a halt. So there's sudden movement forward, which is good news. And then there's a delay or a pullback at the last minute. That's the bad news. So you're just going to have to wait. Remember how I said it may not happen this week? Like it could be a next week thing. So, you know, you think you're getting a promotion or raise, and then it ends up being, no, it starts on July 1st or something like that. That's just one storyline. I'm just saying that because of the 3 of Pentacles that showed up. Money is involved. Celebrating is involved. Then there's a delay. Okay. So I'm going to put that here as a clarifying deck. And then your advice. What's the advice for Aries to have the most successful week beginning today in the next 7 days? What's the advice for Aries this week beginning today for the next 7 days? What's the advice for Aries this week beginning today in the next 7 days to make it a successful week? I'm using the New Vision Tarot for this. Two of Cups. Remember, the Two of Cups appeared in your good news reading in the third position. Okay. The advice is to, if you meet somebody new in the love arena, to take it slow, or to accept the friend zone. Okay. There's a reason why someone should be just your friend and not something more. Okay. This is also not to, I want to say, rely on signs whether you should do something or not. You need to use your intuition. Okay, that's interesting. Now we're going to read for Taurus. Thank you for the likes, you guys. Using the Housewives Tarot, Taurus. What is the good news for Taurus this week, beginning today in the next 7 days? What's the good news for Taurus this week, beginning today and lasting for the next 7 days? What's the good news for Taurus this week, beginning today and lasting 7 days? I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if you get the Seven of Wands. I feel like someone's standing their ground, like in an argument or something. Standing their ground, so I'm thinking the Seven of Wands in reverse. It's the King of Swords in reverse. You may be able to identify a manipulator, I want to say, or a legal matter that may be detrimental. Could be with a hermit or after you get answers. Here it is in the upright. And this is the good news, by the way. And the Tower is in reverse. Here you see like a gelatin tower thing, which we're discussing. But you avoid a tower or you ascend after a tower. Whatever is major. It's like a major block is removed to information, or you avoid an angry situation or an angry argument by standing your ground because you have the answers. I don't know if this air sign or this Scorpio or Virgo is going to accept it. I think it's an air sign because that's the only court card I have on the table. Let's clarify. So I'm going to clarify all of it. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Please clarify this reading for good news for Taurus, the week beginning today, next 7 days. Please clarify this reading for Taurus this week, beginning today, next 7 days. Please clarify this reading for Taurus this week, good news, beginning today and lasting for 7 days. I see the color yellow, so you might be able to easily identify a deception or potential deception or a potential tower before it happens, thereby avoiding it, because it is in the third position. Ace of Pentacles, it might be about money. I know it's dark. So it's a big pentacle, and on top of it is like a bowl full of doves with the big earth behind it and the moon. Now we do have a supernova this week. I heard supernova. So I don't know if the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new karmic money cycle for you. And then you have the Queen of Swords. You have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So if this is a love relationship, you know, even if you're an earth sign and someone else is a fire sign, together, synastry-wise, you can make an air couple. So this very well can be you. You're both oriented in the same direction, which makes me think that you're both aligned with each other. There's some kind of arguing. You're able to convince someone of something that you feel is a better option, I want to say. It might be a legal matter. King of Swords again in reverse. You're dealing with a very manipulative person, but you identify it. The Two of Wands is in the upright. If it was in reverse, it would be partnership problems. But this is a partnership, a fork in the road that you're able to choose the right path. But in this deck, I don't know if you can see it, it's the one we don't speak of here, right? And then you have like a Jesus Christ kind of figure here. Aggression and Conquest is the name of this card. Okay, I don't want to say those names out loud. The phrase on this card is the power of earth. I think you avoid a tower by speaking your mind. And you avert a tower in some way. And you're talking with someone who's very airy. Very airy. Okay, that's the good news. Okay, it serves you in some way. Now let's see what the bad news is for Taurus. What's the bad news for Taurus this week beginning today? What's the bad news for Taurus this week beginning today? What's the bad news for Taurus this week beginning today? What's the bad news for Taurus this week beginning today? What's the bad news for Taurus this week beginning today? Nine of Wands in the upright. You're waiting for the shoe to drop on something. There's some kind of information that, or outcome to a situation that you're waiting to like see what happens. The Ten of Pentacles in the upright, just like Aries, your bad news is good news somehow. But this is a, you know, probate, family reunion. You see that this person is dreaming of a home, right? That's what she worships. You're coming to the end of a money cycle, and then you have the Knight of Wands in the upright. You see this person, this kid, is riding a bicycle and he's playing like, you know, like play jousting, right? Using household items. Now, Knights are related to the Hanged Man cards. So you might be dealing with a Pisces or fire sign or a combination thereof. Or Sagittarius combination. Nines are related to the Hermit card. Tens are related to the Wheel. So there might be a change of home that's positive, but you were not expecting. Because the Knight of Wands is like unexpected surprises, right? And we'll clarify that. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Or you get the information, you go, what now? And then the shoe drops next week, you know? So again, looks like delays in information. Thank you for the like. I want to clarify the Ten of Pentacles. What's this Ten of Pentacles mean? So again, in the context of the question, bad news, pretty good thus far, right? What's this Ten of Pentacles? I mean, if we get the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, then that probably is not a great thing. Please clarify the meaning of this Ten of Pentacles in the upright for Taurus and bad news for the next 7 days. Please clarify the meaning of the Ten of Pentacles in the upright for Tauruses and bad news for the next 7 days. I see the color green, which is money or growth, like personal growth. Ace of Swords in reverse. You may discover a lie about money, or you may discover that there's a legal holdup to money, like probate, because this is an inheritance card. There's definitely a delay in money that you feel you are owed. Or there's a karmic change in money. Okay, this deck is called the Kingdom Within because here's the extra card. Kingdom Within all. So this is like the World card in reverse. Again, delay. So that clarifies it's a delay in money. But it's karmic, so you should let it happen. So that ace is bound to turn upright because the 10 is coming before the ace. I'm kind of wondering what this 9 of Wands is. What's this 9 of Wands? But it comes in fast with the Knight of Wands. What's this 9 of Wands meaning in the upright for Taurus and bad news for the week of beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? What's the 9 of Wands in the upright mean for Taurus and bad news for the week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? I'm not seeing the color yellow, and I'm not reading the word flashing before my eyes, which is usually. So the deception is way out here in the ether. There's information you need. The Magician in reverse. I hear no one's talking. You might be dealing with an Aries, Gemini, Virgo. And 4 Cups in reverse. Either rejection or boredom and stagnation is overwhelming, I want to say. You're waiting on information. It hasn't come in yet. It's information that could be life-changing, especially in terms of money or a karmic new beginning, not a new start, new beginning, because we don't have any pages here. So again, there's like a delay. So Aries had a delay as well, so I don't know if this is transit related and this is how it's affecting people. But you know, tomorrow Pluto goes backwards in the sign of Pisces, I think it is, right? Is it Pluto? I think it's Pluto. Or it could be Jupiter too. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it's Pluto. It's Pluto. So, you know, Pluto is the 12th planet. So in a way it manages Pisces, but it's also scorpionic. So all things mysterious and having to do with income and death and sex and taxes and inheritance, right? It's unearned money. Okay, so it might be transit related. So we may see a theme of delays in all the readings today because Pluto will appear to go backwards in the sky. Now, if something's really not going backwards, it's just slowing, like a planet, slowing down, you know, and Pluto's way out here. It's not technically a planet, but it is part of our solar system, has very little gravitational pull on us. but it still has an effect. So this will be it won't feel heavy, okay? And if it does, it's because of what you have up here, okay? So how can a slow-moving planet that's not actually going backward affect your signs? Yeah, I have no freaking clue. I can't tell you. I still haven't resolved that, okay? Especially since it's such an outer lying body. I don't know. But I do know that personally, I do feel retrogrades, the slowing down of things. So, of things in the sky, I am greatly affected, for instance, by the Mercury retrograde, right? So, even though it's inexplicable or unexplainable by me, because I'm not an astrologer, I'm a tarot reader, I've experienced it directly, so I believe in it. That's all I can say. Okay. So what is the advice for Taurus? What's the advice for Taurus to make this the most successful week possible, beginning today and lasting for 7 days? What is the advice for Taurus this week to make this the most successful week possible, beginning today and lasting for 7 days? I heard don't fall into a trap. Don't fall into a trap. So be careful of the information you do get. But you'll know because you're at like the 9 of Wands energy. It's going to be a fire sign, most definitely. This is a person, not a situation. Now, the new vision is taken from behind, right? It's not full frontal, so to speak, like the Rider-Waite. So this assumes the Rider-Waite, but from behind. So he's seeing a camel. There's a group of people. So if you have a fire, moon, or rising, this is you, Taurus. And it may be a group of people. It could be family members who may fight against a will or something. But there's a group, and they know. But you know about the group, is what I'm sensing. So just be careful of the information you receive, especially if it comes in fast. And try not to worry about it. This is needless worry in the upright, the 9 of Swords. Okay? Now you had 9s, and the Knight show up in the bad news reading. So 9s are related to Hermit. Their answers are revealed, or your intuition is very high so that you have the answer, like right here. You need to not second guess that. This is a case of where your first instinct is the correct one. Okay? So go with that. In other words, a scenario will pop in your head. Well, if this happens, I'm going to react this way. If they say this, I'm going to react this way. If I get this type of information, this is how I'm going to process it, right? And it's unexpected information that you didn't really plan on or foresee. So I would just not be impulsive and not worry about it. And don't try to second guess yourself. So once you get the information and you go, well, I'm going to go ahead and react this way, I would just hold back. 20 minutes came to mind. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for Taurus. Now we're moving on to Gemini. Good news, bad news reading. This is for all Geminis, not just one out there. All deacons, no matter what deacon Gemini you are, you're going to experience all of these energies for this week, okay? What's the good news for Geminis this week? I heard joint at the hip. So not joined, joint at the hip. So if it's talking about your ball and socket joint in your hip, I don't know. I heard strenuous exercise. That might be a clue. Stretching, I heard these two wanted to pop out. What was the good news for Geminis this week? June 23rd and lasting for 7 days. What is the good news for Geminis this week? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. I heard swan dive. Swan dive. So that could be going deep or too much, or I don't know. 9 of Swords. Okay. So here you see pictures of swords on the wall. So it's kind of harmless in a way. You see scissors as well, but you see grandma with like, meh, 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 you know? What's that about? Swan dive. Joint at the hip. Justice in the upright. I don't know if you're getting a spanking. Lucky you. But you might be dealing with Libra or a legal situation or someone who lives in that space, meaning judge, cop, firefighter, attorney, right? Civil servant, like a clerk, you know? And then the 9 of Wands in reverse. So the other shoe drops on something. Whatever it is, it's fair. If it's a legal judgment, it's fair in your favor. But not, you have 2 9s, okay? And 2 9s in that tarot cluster mean documents, usually relating to business matters, okay? So there's fairness there. But documents just in general, okay? So the good news is you get documents, you think it's just, okay? Okay, that's weird. All right. What's this Justice card in the upright mean for Geminis next 7 days? What does this Justice card in the upright mean for Geminis next 7 days? What's this Justice card in the upright mean for Geminis next 7 days? Ten of Wands in reverse. So this is a burden that was probably hard to take. If it's something new, it's not going to be, in other words, you could have lived without this burden. But, you know, it's still, maybe you're a shoo-in for victory in this regard. It might regard work because 10 of Wands is a work card for me. And now you have 3 9s. Now 3 9s, it means health, wealth, and happiness. So you couldn't, as a tarot cluster. And it's in the upright. This is the wish card. It says indulgence. So in this deck, it's most likely drinking. You'll be celebrating something. You'll be celebrating the end of a job. And you feel it gives you a new lease on life. Maybe it was a hassle. I don't know. Maybe it caused you a lot of worries. But the other shoe drops and you're able to put in your, is one scenario. I want to clarify what this 9 of Cups means. So I'm going to use the 2 decks for the Tarot of Shadow and Light. And this card wants to come out. King of Cups. So I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign. Okay. And a King of Serpents in reverse. I think this is earth energy. Could be fire. Let me see. No, it's earth energy. Yeah. So if you're going to side with somebody in a legal matter, I would go with the water sign and not the, you know, unless you're the King of Serpents, like your moon or rising is an earth sign, planet. Now we were clarifying justice, so you might be dealing with two people or you might be observing this too. But it affects you somehow. Okay? All right. Now let's get the bad news for Geminis for this week. Hello, everybody. Oh, and the pop-outs. Let's do the pop-outs. The Magician card in the upright, which is always excellent. It means broadcasting, mostly manifesting. Seven of Wands, defending yourself, so you may be subject to any legal matter. But again, Three of Wands, opportunity. It serves you. It might be very short-lived. It might even just be a threat of a legal matter. Okay? Now let's do the bad news for Geminis. What's the bad news for Geminis? What's the bad news for Geminis? Beginning today, June 23rd, and lasting for 7 days. What's the bad news for Geminis? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. What's the bad news for Geminis? Beginning this week and lasting for 7 days. What's the bad news for Geminis this week and lasting for 7 days? I heard I hate him. Okay. Knight of Swords. I don't know if this is your energy. Okay. But someone manipulative. Remember, I heard I hate him. A High Priestess, which is always a secretive card by nature. But here you see like a Seeker Syrup Aunt Jemima kind of bottle. So you have answers in the first reading, but there's other answers you need in the bad news portion. Then you have the Page of Wands, which in reverse is partnership problems. It's also a no invitation card or no good news. So you might be waiting on news. Something's a fair outcome, but then there's like a follow-up related to that event or issue or case or something. If it's related. I'll read it both ways. It's like hurry up and wait. It's like fairness and then like somebody caused complications after that. Okay? But the High Priestess is always a secretive card. Every once in a while I'll get it, I'll do a Celtic cross spread and I'll get it as an outcome. And I'm just like, because it's kind of hard to do a Celtic cross reading, especially in a donation reading. And you're not supposed to know the answer and you're supposed to tell somebody this. Like, okay, well, we're not supposed to know the answer now. I can try to clarify what it's about, but that means something's not being revealed because it's not ready. At any rate, let's see who this... What's this Knight of Swords card in reverse mean for Geminis? What's this Knight of Swords in the reverse mean for Geminis and bad news this week, beginning today, June 23rd, and lasting for 7 days? I heard chalk it up. So you're able to summarize an event or something and kind of begin to close it or close it either way. If you want a personal reading that's more succinct, get a hold of me in the Magician in reverse. Now remember, you had Magician in the upright, I believe, in the first part, but it was a pop-out. The Knight of Swords is not speaking. And since you're the air sign, it could be possible that you're not broadcasting something. And that's why the High Priestess is in the upright. I don't know if it has to do with the romantic. Here's the Two of Cups. It's in reverse. But this is my date card. This is my, excitable love card, the honeymoon stage card. This is a soulmate, whether you should be with them or not. This is a soulmate. Someone you were meant to have an experience with in this lifetime that either teaches you or takes something away, right? Something's over, possibly in love. And maybe it's bittersweet, okay? Maybe this person is holding on to you. What's this Page of Wands in reverse mean? Maybe you were expecting this person to reach out and they don't. And that's the bad news. What's this Page of Wands in reverse mean for Geminis and bad news the week of June 23rd and beyond? Three Wands, and I heard three's a crowd. So the Page of Wands, and I heard three's a crowd. Here you see what looks like people getting married. This is a lost opportunity that either you or this person had to make something deeper. And the Justice card turns in reverse. So something starts up and then it ends. So it could be that you have somebody very manipulative that comes in, wham bams, and then leaves, but pretends like they're going to stay while they're with you. Or you get together and then quickly break up after that. But it feels like real in and out energy, and you might not know why. And that's why the High Priestess is in an upright. Or maybe they think if you're a woman, you are the unattainable woman. You're like their ideal, and they just don't want that ideal shattered. So they come in and out real quickly so they don't have to, explore you. Okay. I don't need any clarification. Now let's get the advice. Kitty, baby Kim. What's the advice for Geminis to make this the most successful week possible, beginning today and lasting for 7 days? What is the advice for Geminis this week? And make this the most successful week for you, beginning today and the next 7 days. I heard take what you want. That's dark. Feels very opportunistic. Yeah. This is telling me the advice is to self-isolate and not partake of this deception. The Eight of Swords comes after the Seven of Swords, but before the Nine of Swords. It's just going to cause you worry, sleepless nights, that kind of thing. You have a heart of gold, whoever you are, and just, focus on stabilizing your emotions. That's the advice. Okay, now we're going to read for, who's next? Cancer signs. What? Oh, we already have pop-outs. Oh, there's too many. I'm just going to put them back. But what they were, in case they come back, is the Four of Cups in the upright, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So let's see if they come out again. So if you're just learning tarot, the pop-out method, just shuffling until things fall out of the deck, is a perfectly valid way to receive messages. Okay. I don't like pop-outs, but I'll take them. But I'll look at them and then put them back in the deck. So if they come back during a pull on the spread, then I know that's validation. that this message really has to come out. Otherwise, it's just background information that possibly you need to keep in mind. That's how I treat those. What's the good news for Cancer signs this week, beginning today and lasting for 7 days? What is the good news for Cancer signs this week, beginning today and lasting for 7 days? If you guys want a personal reading for, personal comprehensive one question reading for $20, please get in queue at PayPal right now. And then after Pisces, I'll read them live. Please let me know whether you want the question read aloud or not. That is a thing. But give that information to me in an email, please. What's the good news for Cancer signs? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. Boom. 6 of Pentacles. This is a great card. Look at it's like trick-or-treating and cookies, right? So someone may gift you or be charitable to you in some way, but another meaning of that card is weighing the pros and cons of something or equal give and take. But it looks like you're receiving. King of Cups in the upright. This is your energy. You may be very generous to someone or generous back to someone who has given to you from the past. And they could be a Sagittarius. Someone who's stable, well-blended, knows how to take all elements and create something new. So they're very creative, but they're also very protective of you. So it could be a relative. Okay. I feel like looking at the bottom of the deck, yeah, King of Wands, you might be dealing with a fire sign. And it feels friendly or sibling-like to me, so just letting you know. Sixes are related to the Lover's card. The Kings are related to Temperance. And then you have the Temperance card, which are related to the Kings. Now, the Kings can be a situation or a person. 8 times out of 10, it's a person for me. So I'm going to clarify that one. What's this King of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs and good news for the next 7 days beginning today? Please clarify the meaning of the King of Cups in the upright for Cancer signs and good news for the next 7 days beginning today. What's this King of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs? I heard it's me, so this is you. This is you. You are well balanced emotionally. I mean, you're still probably a drama king or queen, but you know, the world, you're ending a cycle. I feel like someone is helping you end a cycle, or an end of cycle is coming up, and it gladdens your heart, I want to say. Okay? You might be dealing in a group situation, or something happens in the world that makes you feel balanced and peaceful, or not. With a 6 of Cups in reverse. Now, 6 of Cups in the upright is nostalgic. I almost said nostalgia when I drew that King of Cups, actually. I should have said it out loud. But I would have been incorrect because this says there's a lack of nostalgia. So you might be approaching something or experiencing something in a very unemotional way. You're like, oh, that's nice. You're giving just for giving's sake. If you are returning a gift, meaning not returning, reciprocating a gift, I want to say. Let's see what this 6 of Pentacles is about. What's the 6 of Pentacles in the upright mean for Cancer signs and good news for the week beginning today? June 23rd, next 7 days. What's the 6 of Pentacles in the upright mean for Cancer signs and good news? The next 7 days, you might get a raise. You might get a raise. if you work. And if you don't work, it's some kind of recognition from a group. Could be neighborhood, you know, community, or not. Nine of Swords in reverse, your worries are over due to a gift or your generosity. You're definitely nearing the end of yeah, it's a beautiful gift. I mean, it could possibly be pregnancy as well, or it could be mom gives you something or a matriarch of some kind. Woman, I mean, it could be an older sister as well. But there's some kind of something you receive, whether it's emotional, monetary, um, something you can hold in your hand. Uh, I want to say leads to something, but it's good. It makes you feel good. And for some reason, it offers you protection or it's a karmic gift of some kind. All right, now for the bad news, Cancers, and then we'll move on to your advice, and then Leos. If somebody could timestamp these, that would be amazing. Tammy did it the last 2-3 times, so maybe somebody else could do it. Oh, but Tammy, if you feel like doing it, that's fine too. What's the bad news for Cancer signs? The week beginning today, next 7 days. What is the bad news for Cancer signs? Beginning today for the next 7 days. What is the bad news for Cancer signs? The next 7 days, beginning today. I have that song in my head, and they call it yellow, and they call it yellow, like that. I don't know what that song is about. Let's look it up, shall we? Lyrics, and they call it yellow. Yellow to me is always deception. So it's by Coldplay. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you and everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you and all the things you do. Now remember, I was shuffling for the bad news, okay? So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. It was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You know I love you. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do, because you were all yellow. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look at the stars, how they shine for you. All the things that you do. So that has something to do with bad news. Again, yellow for me after 35 years of reading. After 35 years of reading means deception to me. And I was shuffling for bad news. What's the bad news for Cancer signs? This week, beginning today, and lasting for 7 days. Knight of Pentacles in the upright. See how he's mowing his rugs? You may be dealing with someone who's just, I don't know, unusual. 9 of Cups in the upright, which is actually great. Now remember, you had somebody giving to you in the first reading. So you may overgive or overindulge in some way. And the Fool, who's just naturally reckless, right? There's a danger of overspending or overindulging in a dangerous way or a detrimental way this week. The other bad news, I mean, there's only one, so I'm going to give you a bunch of scenarios, is that you begin a new cycle but you're not looking before you leave. You're just kind of stepping off the roof. And see how she's like, things are flying out of her bag. So there's a danger of loss of some kind. You must remain grounded because see how all the cups are up in the air too, even though this is a wish card and it is in the upright. Someone gives a little bit to you and then they give a 6 to you, but you give a 9. I don't know. Remember, this is bad news. But as far as bad news, it could have been worse. Okay, so let's take it with a grain of salt. I heard new job. What's this 9 of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs and bad news? The week beginning today, next 7 days. What's this 9 of Cups in the upright? My back hurts. What's this 9 of Cups in the upright mean? And I don't have back problems, so it's something to do with this reading. I don't know if you need cupping on your back. What's this 9 of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs? And bad news, next 7 days, beginning today. Remember, I heard the song lyrics or the bridge. Some people call it bridge, some people call it chorus. And they call it yellow. The Prince of Cups. Now, when I get, this is equivalent to the Knight of Cups. So whenever I get this, see, we're clarifying the 9 of Cups with the Knight of Cups. So someone comes in with a offer of love or romance or a date. Mystic Innocence Romantic is the name of that card or the title of that card. But this could be someone who's just immature. But whenever I get the Fool in a love reading, that's not a good thing. Okay? This is someone who's just in it for the thrill. You're basically just a notch on the belt. Okay? So someone may give to you, you may overgive even sexually. Okay, so what came in my mind, there's this big thing on TikTok this week, how in Houston, just last week, there were 27,000 new cases of syphilis and like 19,000 new cases of HIV being reported. So that was just last week. Okay, so I mean, if you're dating, unless you're married to them, you need to wear a condom or make them wear a condom or whatever. This person's gonna look like the shit, okay? Like they're in a suit of armor. They're your ideal. They're your wish, your dream, right? It may only last till Christmas. It feels short term, or it could last for one night. Or they could be in and out. At any rate, you may have a choice between 2 nights. It might be an old friend because 2 nights is a tarot cluster mean meeting old friends. Maybe you thought they were, still grounded, but now they're this, right? And then you have the 9 of Swords. So you have 2 9s, which means documents. But the Fool card is here. Okay, that's important. Now, the 9 of Swords in this deck means cruelty. That's the title of that card. And the Empress card is in reverse. Yeah, definitely use protection. Especially, just use protection whether you know them or not. Unless you're married to somebody, you need to do that. Because they're not your wife or your husband. They're your girlfriend, boyfriend. There's some tail, It's not going to last. I'm just saying. But you think you might be mistake someone, a fool for a knight in shining armor. Is what that's about. Okay. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Cancer signs to make this the most successful week possible for the next 7 days? What's the advice for Cancer signs to make this the most successful week possible? For the next 7 days, beginning today. I heard don't talk about it. I feel like that phrase is saying don't share too much. Don't overshare. If you're meeting a Tinder date or someone, meet them at a public place. Don't take them back to your place. Yeah, Lover's card in reverse. You need to make good choices. Here you have the Adam and Eve. Neither one of them made a good choice. You know, they were cast out of the Garden of Eden. Okay? Or you shouldn't trust a Gemini, especially when they express love. But you do have stability. There was an opportunity, there's stability, but after this comes the Five of Wands. But you might attend a wedding or something. Don't jump into a commitment. You have to make, I want to say valid choices, even though that doesn't make sense. Those are the words that are coming to me. Just be careful about it. Protect your stability. How come no one's talking? Hello, everyone. I love that everybody's watching. The next one sign we're going to read for is Leo. Thank you for the 3rd like. I appreciate you so much. Now, if you want a personal reading just for you, please go into PayPal at ministry and send $20 via friends or family option to ministryoftarot@gmail.com and get in queue. Let's see if somebody's in queue already. No, just that person who tried to fake me into, yeah, don't try to deceive me into giving you a free reading. Don't tell me you paid and didn't pay. You know what I mean? I don't like that. Because I do have a list of those. Okay. Plus I'm psychic. I'm going to know anyway. Okay, for Leos. What is the good news for Leos this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, and lasting for 7 days. What's the good news Leos will receive this week? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. What's the good news for Leos this week? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. Boom. Page of Swords in reverse. This is someone your age or younger, possibly a child, male or female, because pages are androgynous. But to me, that's either, we'll clarify, but it means stalker, liar, immature, manipulative, nothing good. But it's good news, so maybe you see this coming. And then you have the King of Wands in reverse. Someone who's more, who doesn't follow up on their actions. Like they'll make false promises, and then they're your age or older, or this is you. But this is all good news, okay? And then you have the Three of Wands, which is an opportunity. Look, she just got finished cleaning. She has a toilet brush in her hand. There might be communication, possibly from a Gemini. And the good news is that maybe you don't take action on something because you know that you have already identified them as a liar or a weirdo who stalks or whatever it is. But you're just focused on opportunities. At the bottom of the deck, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, the Strength card in reverse. That's background information that may be coming in the near future. Now, this is the good news for Leos, okay? You're able to stave something unfortunate or someone unfortunate off. and focus on opportunities. Three of Wands is also my real estate card. So here she's in a room or on a stage. So someone may be you might attend a demonstration of some kind that's beneficial for you, or you may see something that's beneficial for you. So let's see what that is. What does the Three of Wands in the upright mean for Leo's next 7 days? Good news. What is the meaning of the Three of Wands in the upright for Leos and good news for the next 7 days, beginning today? What's this Three of Wands in the upright mean for Leos and good news for the next 7 days? Now, you guys, I'm open all day for the $50 readings too. Now, usually I charge $65 for half-hour readings, so today only for $50. Chariot card. You may be actually moving house or have an opportunity to do so, or you have an opportunity to meet with specifically a Cancer sign. Okay, because these are both Cancer-related cards. The Three of Wands being that it's a real estate card for me. And both the Eight of Wands, Three of Wands, and Four of Wands are all real estate cards for me. But see the moving van. Also, this could be a long or short distance trip that you have an opportunity to visit someone. Now, this is called Mary the Virgin Mother, but this is the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe somebody's having a baby, or the good news is that there is a pregnancy in your, I want to say belly, which is a word I don't usually use. But what's interesting is, remember I said you might be going somewhere. The name on this, the other phrase on this card is Channel and Queen Pilgrim. So that's, pilgrimage, or talking about going someplace that's important to you. Let's see what the Page of Swords is about, because that's icky. But again, this is good news, right? Now see this King of Wands, how he has a contraption. Like he had in reverse, but maybe you don't have to work at creating stuff this week, and that's why. Like you can take a breather. Okay. What's this Page of Swords in reverse mean for Leos and good news next 7 days? What is this Page of Swords in reverse mean for Leos and good news for the next 7 days, beginning today? What's this Page of Swords in reverse mean for Leos next 7 days? Now, if we get two other threes, because you already have one on the table, that means lies as a tarot cluster. Queen of Cups. Now, when you have two queens as a tarot cluster, they're both in the upright. This means enjoyable gossip. Gossip that you enjoy to hear. It's not malicious or mean. Now, the Mother, Healer, Avenger. Someone may be pregnant. And then Two Pentacles, Successful Change is in reverse. You might spend a little money. Or the King of Swords makes you spend a little money. The King of Swords could actually be a child, right? So I don't think it's lies. I think it's someone who's needy, clingy, needs stuff, and you're just going to help them out. But you could be spending money on a trip that you take short. It could be a day trip, or it could be international travel because the Chariot is here. Or you could be buying a new car because you have a growing family. Or anticipate growth in some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. If it's a baby, it feels like a tiny, tiny baby, not like a fat baby. Dog babies are beautiful. It's just you need to budget your money perhaps. So you have something good that you're spending a little bit of money on. It's not a 10 of Pentacles, it's a 2 of Pentacles. And you're not going to spend 8 grand on a trip to Cairo like I did a couple years ago. Well, 4 years ago. At any rate, yeah. And enjoyable times because you have 2 queens. Okay? In the upright. Now let's do the bad news for Leos. Thanks for being here, you guys. What is the bad news for Leos this week? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. What's the bad news for Leos this week? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. What's the bad news for Leos this week? Beginning today and lasting for 7 days. I heard surprise attack. And it could be at work. Okay, so the reason why you get tarot readings is that I would be kind of like more hyper aware of your surroundings. It's not physically dangerous to you unless I get those cards, but it feels like work related, like an ambush or something. Like you might be blamed for something at work. Hangman. So it might be a Sagittarius or a Pisces, but something is revealed after gestating for 9 to 12 days. And then you have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, which means demotion or training that you don't want to take. Okay, in the upright, it's enjoyable stuff. Or maybe before you do this travel bit, you know, you have to like do a bunch of work before you leave. It's quite possible. The Emperor's in the upright though. So if it's a supervisor or boss or a father figure or, you know, older brother, you know, they're being fair and gentle, I want to say. But it looks like he's made out of canned meat and beans. It's kind of funny, right? But I think you might, if you're taking a trip, you'd like rush to tie up some loose ends at work. There might be an ambush or the boss who's being fair and gentle. I mean, he's not being a dick. In other words, he's wanting to, you know, hey, can you help me out and do this stuff before you leave, kind of thing. It's not necessarily bad news. I will be clarifying the Hangman in reverse to see what the revelation is. You have 5 of Cups in reverse on the bottom, which is optimism. Okay. I mean, the surprise attack is like derogatory. So I don't know if someone gets demoted and they blame you, maybe. I don't know. It feels verbal and it feels like 2 or more people. Because I see 2 people approaching a cubicle. You could actually work at a cubicle or work at home. That's the way I'm seeing it. That's how I get my messages, okay? What's this Hangman in reverse mean for Leos? And bad news, next 7 days. What's this Hangman in reverse mean for Leos? And bad news, next 7 days. The moon. So it's definitely Pisces energy. I mean, I'm not an astrologer, but I know the sign of everybody I work with. Okay, for this very reason, right? Well, I try to anyway. Definitely Pisces energy. It could be Cancer energy, I suppose, but we have 2 Pisces cards. Okay? Someone may make you chase your tail or go round and round. So this may be a recurring argument or attack. And then you have the Six of Wands, which is victory in reverse. So surprise attack, it feels work related. If it is work related, it feels like you are confronted by HR about something, and then you have to, but it's not from a tyrant. It's someone who's in the upright, so it could be HR. But it's about mandatory training that you have to take. Or you may be threatened, hey, you can't just go on trips and like not finish your work. It's like that. So you kind of have to defend yourself in some way. But the Ace of Pentacles in the upright in the next card. Okay. So let's get the advice for the week. And then we'll move on to Virgo. What's the advice for Leos this week to have the most successful week possible? Next 7 days. What's the advice for Leos this week to have the most successful week possible? Next 7 days. What's the advice for Leos this week to have the most successful week possible? Next 7 days. I'm starting to get this image, but it's not fully coming through. I can't decide if they're pentacles or eyes. I heard they're eyes. Hey, you're being watched or observed. Ooh, I don't like this. So avoid the temptation to be deceptive or, yeah, just tell the truth. Or escape when you can is the advice. And then 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Don't overspend. And don't feel like you're alone because you're not. You might be not secretly, you might be ambushed by 2 or more people at work or money income related arena of your life. I heard don't jump the gun, because it could lead to a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Just accept whatever, well, don't accept. It might be because of deception this happens. You'll feel ambushed, you'll feel like attacked, like personally or work-wise. But don't be impulsive. Don't quit suddenly. Okay, because that would be very bad for you. Trust me, I know. Okay. Now we're going to read for Virgos. What's the good news this week for Virgos? I heard Temptress, like right off the bat. What's the good news this week for Virgos? This week, beginning today, next 7 days. What's the good news for Virgos this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the good news for Virgos this week? The next 7 days. I think you need to be wary of deception. I didn't have a clear message about it. But it feels like you have to have eyes at the back of your head or something. Well, maybe you do already. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse. If you felt like you were in I almost want to say a roundabout. You get off the roundabout, and you get on the road you're supposed to be on. Here it is in the upright just to show you. You may be attending a group situation, but you're out of your head. You're self-aware and not really worried about anything. And then the Strength card is in reverse. You might be physically vulnerable or drained. I don't know why that's good news. Maybe you might be dealing with the weak Leo too. And remember I heard Temptress? This is my date card. It's in the upright. You might be meeting someone for drinks. That would be nice. And Three of Cups, celebration. And King of Cups. That's amazing. And movement forward with the Chariot in reverse. Okay, this is the Strength card is confusing to me. Here it is in the upright. Scrubble soap pads. So I don't know if you're like taking a break from cleaning. I don't know. But you might be dealing with someone who has a Leo moon, I want to say. Maybe they're the temptress. I want to know what the Strength card means, though. So what does the Strength card mean for Virgos in the reverse? Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. If you're a Virgo, you're just in time. But if you're I do the signs in astrological order, so if you want to DVR it and join us later on, that would be great. You can do that. I don't make you wait 24 hours to see your reading. So what's the Strength card in reverse mean for, I almost said Leos and then almost said Libras. For Virgos, next 7 days. Six of Swords in reverse. You're not out of the woods on something, a situation, fresh horizons. So there's some stagnancy that may be sapping your strength, like a wait and see energy. But apparently it's good news. So what do you care, right? And then the Nine of Cups. Maybe something doesn't happen that you wish to happen, or there's a delay in a wish coming true. Or you overindulge, but it's a good thing. Maybe you need it. Okay. Now let's see what this Two of Cups is about. What's this Two of Cups in the upright mean for Virgos this week in good news? For the week beginning June 23rd, 2024. What's this Two of Cups in the upright mean? For Virgos, for the next 7 days, good news. Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. I heard hot potato. When I was shuffling for the Two of Cups. And then you have the Four of Cups in reverse. Now remember, I heard temptress when I was shuffling. Blended pleasure is in reverse. So Four Cups is a rejection. So maybe it serves you. I'm not telling you to turn down a date, but it may serve you to do so. Or it's boring at this date and maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But, you know, Two of Cups is a soulmate card. And Nine of Wands, the name on this card is boundaries. The other shoe drops. Possibly on a date or a meeting of some kind. It's not necessarily reunion because that's Three of Cups. You do have the Four of Cups here. It's possibly a reunion with someone you already know. Or it could be new. Either way, you were meant to have an interaction with this person. It's possibly marketed to you as a date, or it's just drinks, like casual drinks. Now you have two nines, which means documents, okay, as a tarot cluster. You might have to attend an event. I don't know. You're out of your mind about something, so meaning out of mental instability. So let's clarify that, because this is the good news reading. I just want to be able to read it. What's this Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Virgos and good news? The week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's this Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Virgos and good news? So it doesn't necessarily have, you could just be going out with friends for drinks. What's this Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Virgos and good news? The week of June 23rd in 7 days. Remember, I did hear temptress. That's why I keep thinking it's like a date or a pseudo date. Two of Cups again. So you have Two of Cups twice. And the chances of that happening is 2 in 8,062 pulls. You get together with someone and they're a soulmate. Five of Pentacles, financial troubles. Ugh, I don't like that. Anyway, it serves you. You know, you have an invitation to go out and have drinks with someone. You let them know that, or they let you know, hey, someone else besides me needs to pay for this, right? But you do have drinking cards here. I don't know, it's good news in some way. Okay. Now let's get the bad news. I'm afraid to look, man. Kitty, can baby, can. Kitty, where are you? What's the bad news for Virgos this week? Beginning today, June 23rd. I don't know if you were doing this, what you were doing on the 16th, but the 16th possibly foreshadows this week. What's the bad news for Virgos this week, beginning June 23rd and lasting for 7 days? There's something that you don't want to think about. Like if you think about it, you go crazy, right? So you're just like, okay, well, I need my mental stability. I'm just not going to think about something. You think about change or transformation. Ooh. But see what this is the Death card. It's related to the queens of the deck, right? But you see the mayonnaise jar is open and it says salmonella. A change could be toxic or not great for you in some way. Then you have the Eight of Cups, which has appearing in Virgo readings lately. Is either walking away of something like it's too tiring to deal with. It's something you don't want to think about. You're just like, I'm not even going to like go here. And I don't know, it's a defeat in some way. In a battle. See, you have Five of Swords in reverse. You lose out to two other people somehow. But the eights are related to the Strength card, and that's in the same position as the Strength card was in the first reading. Those are related to the Strength card. The fives are related to the Hierophant, so I don't know if you're dealing with, you lose out in the corporate arena somehow. You do have documents as a tarot cluster in the first reading. There's something toxic about it, this change, right? Bottom of the deck, World leads to end a cycle. Ten of Wands possibly has to do with work. Moon card. Seven of Swords. Okay, let's clarify. Just for kicks. So it's an up and down week. You know, maybe you lose out on an opportunity, but you know, go on a date. So it feels like one arena of your life is up and one arena of your life is not so great. What's this Death card in the upright reading for Virgos and bad news for the week beginning June 23rd, 2024? What's this Death card mean in the upright? So let me say something about this Death card because the imagery here is important. Right? So I'll tell you a story. When I was in boarding school in Southern California, 40 years ago, we had a party and we had sandwiches and cookies and stuff. And I don't know why it was. I think maybe I just ate, so I didn't have a sandwich. But everybody got sick. And what was determined is that someone didn't put close the mayo jar all the way, and there was food poisoning. I mean, like everybody was really sick. So, except me, because I didn't have the sandwiches. So, um, yeah, all the girls in the dorm were sick. At any rate, something that should be that would normally be fresh is denatured in some way because it wasn't taken care of. This is scorpionic energy. Scorpionic energy with Eight of Cups. That has to do with, that's a work related card to me. And then the Five of Swords is a corporate or a school card to me. Okay. What's this Death card mean in the upright? Mean for Virgos this week, beginning June 23rd, 2024. I heard a pull in the wrong direction. A pull in the wrong direction. So maybe you're going down a path you shouldn't because there's deception around it. Seven of Swords. Futility. Yeah, it doesn't serve you to go down this toxic road. Ugh, creepy. And then Three of Cups in reverse, it won't lead to abundance. So you're going to have a choice of some kind. And you're going to may choose to walk away. But we'll clarify. I don't know if that's telling me we should walk away or it's telling me to stay and just work through it. But see how these people are celebrating, but then you have this one we don't speak of, this gargoyle going shh, right? And the Seven of Swords is not much better. You can see these people were just married, and he's holding up this sign, which I don't like to make. And she has no fucking idea who she married. You might be in danger of making a commitment that's very toxic or committing to something very toxic that you might regret later. That's not stable. It's not the Four of Cups. It's the Three of Cups. And it's in reverse. But it might be just a lot of emotional upheaval because you go from a Three of Cups in reverse to Eight of Cups upright. I heard a quick succession. Quick succession. What's this Eight of Cups in the upright mean for Virgos and bad news next 7 days? What's this Eight of Cups in the upright mean for Virgos next 7 days? So you should, everybody left. So you should watch this channel or look at my community log or community blog like Friday nights or Saturdays, because I might be doing the weekly readings on a Saturday night if I'm not available Sunday. Most of the time it'll be Sunday. Now remember, I heard quick succession, like you make a quick jump in a upward position or replacement of somebody when I was shuffling for this Eight of Cups. And we want to clarify what that means. And Two of Pentacles. You may accept something or walk away from something because it's unstable financially, or you may accept something because of your finances. And it's a successful change. Death is a change card. And Six of Swords, fresh horizons, walking away. You may be tempted to accept one, I almost said ideal. There's a path. You have a choice to go down a certain path or another path to immediately gain something so you can be stable, but really it's not stable. And I'm not telling you not to accept something. I'm just like, you'll know. Now, the sixes are related to the Lover's card. And that has to do with nostalgia, right? But if you walk away and just juggle or weigh the pros and cons of something, you may make the right decision, but there's a danger. The bad news is there's a danger that you'll make the wrong one. And it may lead to defeat of some kind, so we'll clarify that. And then we'll move on to Libras, because I spent a lot of time on Virgos. What's this Five of Swords in reverse mean for Virgos? And bad news beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What is the Five of Swords in reverse mean for Virgos? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. Two Swords, yeah, you have a decision to make. And you may have to make it because your back is against the wall. But you have some clues to what you're walking into. Or maybe walking into. And then you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone is not your friend. And Nine of Wands. Setting up boundaries. See, there's a maypole, right? So you are celebrating something. You may be, your back may be against the wall. You have to accept something. Now remember, you had documents in the first reading. That's good news. Sometimes this is biding my time card. So you may accept, like, say, a job or relationship until you get a better one. Because you find out it's toxic and full of deception. Okay, let's get the advice and then move on. Got everybody jammed after that. Okay. Well, I may just turn the camera down then. What's the advice for Virgos? Make this the most successful week possible next 7 days beginning today. What is the advice for Virgos to make this the most successful week possible starting today in the next 7 days? I just got to really... You know how when you're sick you get that nasal drip in the back of your... and you feel it in your stomach? That's what I just... Something just like doesn't sit right with you. Six of Pentacles, don't take less than what you deserve. Or don't, yeah, look at this. Yeah. If you have a chance to escape something that you know about, do so. Don't accept something, especially is this a King of Cups? No, this is a King of Pentacles. You may be offered something. High Priestess. You may be offered something that's just below you, you know, and just don't accept it. Accept it if you have to. I'm not telling you whether... The cards are saying don't. Okay? So if you want a more personal reading, because I wouldn't make important life decisions based on general readings for the sign, ever. You know, yeah, just look at all the information before you make decisions. So since nobody's here, I'm just going to turn the camera back down. Nice seeing you, though. Gonna turn this the other way. Turn this the other way. Hold on. There we go. Oops. One moment. Tighten this up. Boom. Make sure this is straight. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to be reading for Libras. Just hit my thumb. What's the good news for Libras this week? Is this straight? Should be straight. What's the good news for Libras this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the good news for Libras this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. What's the good news for Libras this week? Still not a straight. Okay. What's the good news for Libras this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Okay. First card you have is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a great card to have. You might be dealing with a second decan Virgo, or you may just feel abundant and self-sufficient, have everything you need. That's the meaning of that card. The second card you have is the Sun, which is just as good in the reverse as it is in the upright. But here you have two eggs sunny side up, and see all these happy people. See how she's happy to be in service of her man. This is mostly a career card for me, but it can be any arena of your life, Libra. You might be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo Leo cusper. And then you have the Seven of Wands, which is defending your space, I want to say. But it really is defending yourself, but it's in a positive way because it's in the upright. It comes after the Six of Wands, which is victory. You just had a battle of some kind in which you were victorious. And now you're just, kind of dividing, you're creating like your kingdom. And it comes before the Eight of Wands, right? Okay. Well, I mean, this is a great reading. This is abundance and having everything you need and having the power to change things and arrange them in the way that you like them. Let's see. So let's clarify this reading for Libras. Please clarify this reading for Libras and good news beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. Please clarify this reading, the meaning of this reading for Libras. Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Please clarify this reading for Libras and good news beginning today, lasting for 7 days. Two of Pentacles. We've gotten this a lot with a lot of signs. A successful change of some kind, possibly having to do with career, but definitely having to do with, how, being able to meet all of your needs, right? So being balanced, feeling balanced, weighing the pros and cons of something. You have choices, okay? You don't have to make a decision, but you feel like in your life right now, at least this week, you can do anything, and you feel balanced enough to do it. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So you have it twice. Now, 2 nines is a tarot cluster mean documents, okay? You see like a Christmas wreath here, so you may not. So in the upright, it says in opportunity. In reverse, it's better, which is the way you got it, okay? I don't know why it means something different in this deck. See how she's kind of tempting, like, oh, do you want to come in? Maybe I'll let you in. So you might have an opportunity for a date or an opportunity to sign documents that you wish to sign, possibly having to do with Pentacles and career. Let's see what this card means, because it's kind of out of place, right? What's the Seven of Wands in the upright mean for Libras? And good news this week, beginning June 23rd, 2024. Next 7 days. What's the meaning of the Seven of Wands in the upright for Libras? And good news, beginning today and lasting for 7 days. Ooh, tinglies. I saw it on YouTube. Okay. Death, definitive change, a transformation of some kind that you control, which is amazing. And the Four of Wands in reverse. But, you know, there may be a change. You have choices, but perhaps there's not a choice about a Scorpio, or there's a lack of commitment from a Scorpio, but it serves you in some way, or you're defending yourself to a Scorpio who may or may not want commitment, and you're on the polarized end of that. But, you know, this is the good news, so take it how it resonates. Tell me how it works out. Now we're going to do the bad news for Libras. Now, the bad news so far, other than Virgo maybe, the bad news have not been rough at all. I mean, when you consider what kind of cards could have come out. Hopefully that trend will continue with Libra. What's the bad news for Libras this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, and lasting for 7 days. What's the bad news for Libras this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, and lasting for 7 days. I heard check your moles. So if you have a mole, a new one, or if a mole changes color or shape, get it checked out. Look at that. Even though I shuffled, you have the Nine of Pentacles again in the same place, in the same orientation. Now the King of Swords in reverse. Now I turned those cards over in my hands, so I washed them. So Nine of Pentacles is an important energy for this week. It's a Virgo card. It's right after the Eight of Pentacles, which is mastering something, or mastering something after being an apprentice. So you may have finished training and now you have to implement it for abundance. But it's towards the end of your current money chapter, whichever you've been in thus far. It looks pretty good. And then you're starting a new one. I don't know if that's prompted by the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords in reverse, I'm not really quite fond of. It could be the start of a legal or accounting situation that's not favorable, or this could just be a nasty air sign. And then you have the Queen of Wands. You have people around you who are disingenuous. They're just making nicey nice, but behind their back, they're gossiping about you, especially if we get a second queen in the reverse orientation. Okay, I wouldn't trust either one of these people. I wouldn't trust an air sign, and I wouldn't trust a queen. But this could also be a drop in self-confidence in your looks in general. That could be a thing. Okay, let's clarify. Because 8 times out of 10, these are people to me. Okay, so we're going to wash the cards. I'm going to clarify this one first. What's this Queen of Wands in reverse mean for Libras and bad news? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. What's this Queen of Wands in reverse mean for Libras? If this is your energy, because you're a Libra, you're looking at a fire sign who's disingenuous, and you have your back to a earth sign, possibly Virgo. So this could be your energy, where you feel you have to guard yourself or lie to somebody to a fire sign. What's this Queen of Wands in reverse mean for Libras and bad news? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. The 30-minute special on readings are delivered today. That price only lasts for 24 hours, beginning at the time that I started this video, which looks like it was, I don't know how long it's been. Over an hour. Oh, it was 2 hours ago. If you order in the next 24 hours. Page of Pentacles. Now, the name on this card, or the word indicators on the card, is Eternal Child, the Rock, Epicure. Okay? And it looks like a baby Jesus kind of scenario, right? Another name on this card is a Newborn King, Page of Pentacles. So this is a Earth sign, your age or younger. And then we're clarifying the Queen of Wands. So I don't know if it's somebody with an Earth sign kid or someone who claims to have a kid who's like a genius. That's a possibility. And then Two of Swords. Now, Virgos had this same card as a clarifier in this position, in this orientation. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo, okay? But someone, you're not a friend, either way. And it's harmony. So you may be nice to create a space of harmony with other people, but inside you're not feeling harmonious. Maybe because there was an invitation of money you didn't agree to. You had some control over this decision, I want to say. See how justice is in the background? It's even. And you're balancing two swords in your hands, but you're doing a peekaboo right here, right? I don't think you're guarding yourself in a decision or guarding your heart. I think this has to do with maybe being forced to create harmony where you're not entirely sure something is going to work, I want to say. Okay, whatever. All right. I mean, as far as bad news goes, it's pretty mild. Okay, but you're dealing with people who are not your friends, so like not. A Virgo maybe have your best interest, but you know, an air sign or a fire sign does not. Okay, that's why they're in the reverse. Oh, we have to do the advice, don't we? So we clear the cards, we wash the cards by doing this. What's the advice for Libras to make this the most successful week possible? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Libras? Next 7 days to make this the most successful week possible, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Libras to make this the most successful week they can, beginning today, June 23rd. I keep thinking of The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if that's a clue. What's interesting about The Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood, who wrote those books, you know, people say, you know, people who've read them go, wow, this would be a horrible place to live in and all that, and have a society like that. And she's often said, everything in the book is nothing that I've created. It's all stuff that's already happened in history. So it could happen again. Can I cut this? I'm going to cut it again. I heard don't cut. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The message I'm getting from that is that you got to be careful, otherwise it could be bad luck. Don't be impatient to make changes, okay? We did have the Two of Swords come out, making a choice about harmony for the sake of harmony in your bad news reading. So you have to be cognizant that if you make the wrong choice, you're not going to be protected, especially from a Sagittarius who may or may not be patient, but it could be any sign because the wheel is here. Okay. Well, that was to the point. Now we're going to read for Scorpios. Clear the cards, wash the cards. Hello. What's the good news for Scorpios this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. What's the good news for Scorpios this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. What's the good news for Scorpios this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. Ooh, my back is sore again. So that's a cue, a psychic cue for you. So you may need to take care of your back. What's the good news for Scorpios this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Please take advantage of my $50 readings today. Usually they're $65 for 30 minutes. You can ask up to 10 questions. I will do my damnedest to answer all 10. Here you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Here it is in the upright. And even though the words on the cards are backwards, you are seeing them laid out left to right, which is normal. I can't explain why the wording is reversed. So you are seeing it in the correct orientation as I'm laying out in the table, left to right. Queen of Cups in the upright is a drama queen who's well balanced but makes a big deal out of everything. In the reverse, she's an excitable drama queen. This could be you because it does represent water signs. And then you have the Knight of Swords in the upright. Now here it doesn't mean fast or quick, although he does have a switchblade. So someone may come in, stop, give you a few cutting words or helpful criticism is quite possible, but they are definitely sitting in the sun sign energy of air. And then you have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is great because that means if you had insomnia, it ends. If you had worries, they end. Unless the bad news reading contradicts that. Then I'll have to just figure it out for you through clarification. But no more sleepless nights, no more making mountains out of molehills. But someone comes in a message that helps you in some way and maybe gets you back into balance. Okay, you're coming to the end of a mental cycle, which was important to you. Let's clarify. I want to clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse. What's this Nine of Swords in reverse mean for Scorpios? Could you be giving the cutting words or criticism? Absolutely. But see how these women in the background are like swooning over this Fonzie character, right? I don't know if you're a woman, a bad boy comes in, just won't let you worry about anything, right? Because bad boys tend to be misogynist. So if you're a woman, they'd want to like do everything, tell you not to worry about it. What's the Nine of Swords in reverse mean for Scorpios and good news for the week beginning June 23rd, 2024, next 7 days? What's this Nine of Swords in reverse for Scorpios and good news beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, lasting for 7 days? Okay. I heard don't be deceived. But then again, this is the good news spread, right? Yeah. You have a decision to make that you're not really going to worry about, even though you're having a hard time making it. Okay. And then you have the Page of Cups in reverse. I don't like this gargoyle character in this. So, I mean, here you have Fairy Puck. right? And then it's trickster, shapeshifter, spy. So somebody has their eye on you. They're kind of infatuated with you. They could be an air sign. Are they dangerous? I don't think so. But I mean, again, this is a good news spread, right? They might not be revealing themselves, so they might be looking from far away before they come in. But there's definitely, okay, so I have to clarify, linguistically. When I say stalker, I mean social stalker. I don't mean driving by your house, although it's quite possible. But it's not weird. They're just really thinking about you all the time, kind of energy. And they do want to make a move. They're just not ready to make the move. Okay, otherwise would have gotten the 9 of Wands in reverse. But I think they're about to. They haven't. But the good news is that you have someone you're attracting in who really, really digs you at this point. And other people swoon over them, so they might be very appealing. I like that this Page of Cups is in reverse in this deck. They're keeping a respectful distance. Even if you go out with them, they're very respectful. Okay, but if they're a man, they're very alpha. They'd like to feel like a man. So don't be a drama queen. Kind of refrain from that, right? In other words, don't try to be more masculine than the male if you're a female, because that always backfires, okay? Especially if it's hard to get rid of that energy if you work with dudes all day, right? Okay, what is the bad news for Scorpios this week? Beginning June 23rd, 2024 and lasting for 7 days. What is the bad news for Scorpios this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Ooh, I heard lose a job. So if you were in danger of losing a job or being laid off, especially if we get the 8 of Wands in reverse, that would be something. But on the other hand, you have a date, apparently. So, what's the bad news for Scorpios this week? It could be just losing a client, too. So, I guess. Or an account. What's the bad news for Scorpios this week? June 23rd, 2024, plus 7 days. I heard don't fret about it. Don't fret about it. Here you have the 6 of Wands in reverse. Now, that's defeat, okay? If there's a battle or an argument, you lose. I don't know how important it is, because Wands are usually short-term energy, right? 6 of Wands in reverse, defeat of some kind will clarify. And then 8 of Wands in the upright. Thank God it's in the upright. Okay, remember I said 8 of Wands in reverse. It does have to do with work or business, okay? But thank God this was in the upright. But there is apparently, because I heard it too, messages come in that make you worry about your job. And then 3 cups, something to celebrate. Okay, well, this is great. But let's clarify this. What is the defeat? You might narrowly escape a layoff, and you're like told this, maybe in multiple messages. If it's not that, you might feel defeated, maybe in an online dating situation. There's a reunion of some kind that maybe you get together with someone you dated before thinking it's, like a date, but really they're just, letting you know, hey, I'm off the market. I'm having a baby, because you see the baby, little baby. Okay, so let's clarify the defeat card. What's this 6 of Wands in reverse mean for Scorpios and bad news? The week of So this is a reunion card, okay? Maybe somebody's pregnant and maybe you wish you were pregnant is another possibility if you're a female. I guess if you're a male too. Please clarify the meaning of the Six of Wands in reverse for Scorpios and bad news. The week beginning June 23rd, 2024. What's the Six of Wands in reverse mean? I almost said Virgos. For Scorpios, the week of beginning June 23rd, 2024. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it definitely has to do with the work. Now, when you have two eights, that as a tarot lesson means surprise developments. Okay, so whatever happens is a surprise, but maybe not because you're watching this reading. But here you have the name of this card is fixation. So here, the Eight of Pentacles traditionally means in the upright, you're an apprentice. You're learning something from a master. Okay, and I don't know if 9:30 at night is important. Okay. So maybe short notice of a surprise event, but in reverse, you've mastered something. So maybe that's defeat. You could be initially passed over for a raise, or a defeat makes you send out a bunch of resumes because you feel like there might be, you might find out that there's impending layoffs. Now, if you want to know whether in the US, they have to publish their intent with a state agency that they intend to lay off people. And they usually do this like 60 days ahead of time. They're required to do it by law. So if you look up filings for layoffs by corporate employers and then your state, you'll find that listing, right? Because it's published. And then you have the King of Swords. I don't know if this message is delivered by an air sign. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So, you start off with one ace, you get to three. This feels like a wake-up call kind of energy, like, oh shit, maybe I should send out resumes kind of thing. I'm not telling you to. Or it could be defeat in love that prompts you to join an online dating site or date or create a reunion with someone who may or may not be pregnant or have a baby. So they might be taking, essentially. At any rate, messages are going out from you specifically. And, it might be, because this is my resume sending card. I'm just going to stick with that storyline. But take it how it applies to your situation. This reading is for all Scorpios, no matter what the decant. You're all going to experience the energy of the Eight of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Okay? Now let's get the advice. And then move on to Sagittarius. What's the advice for Scorpios to make this the most successful week possible? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Scorpios to make this the most successful week possible? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Magician, don't talk, don't broadcast. If you need to give a speech, I would put it off if you can. See other people. This is the New Vision Tarot, which is the Rider-Waite, but from behind. In the upright, you're making something happen. In reverse, hold off. Especially it has to do with an Aries, Gemini, Virgo. And wait. This is a traditional waiting card. So yes, delay something. Delay a reaction, delay a move, delay, committing to something, etc., etc. So you're asked to wait. Now let's read for Sagittarius. What's the good news for Sagittarius this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What is the good news for Sagittarius this week? I heard new client. The week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, and lasting for 7 days. I heard, I should have told her. I should have told her. And you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Maybe it was good that you didn't tell somebody, because this is a delay in a change or a delay in good luck. And then a Page of Pentacles, especially if it had to do with an earth sign. Here it is in the upright. Now, usually the Page of Pentacles indicates an earth sign your age or younger. It could be a child or it could be just someone younger than you. But this is usually news or an invite about money or news about money. It is in reverse. Remember, this is the good news reading, okay? And then you have the Ten of Wands. I don't know if it has to do with work or career, but this is a burden that you do want because it is in the upright, okay? You're coming at the end of an action chapter, okay? This card is related to this card. So a delay in career is good, okay? Or work is good. And no change in work is good. And then you have this Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's some kind of delay in money news that's good for you, you know, somehow, okay? What's this Page of Pentacles in reverse mean? I almost said Virgos. So Sagittarius may be dealing with a Virgo. What's this Page of Pentacles in reverse mean for Sagittarius? And good news for the week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What is this Page of Pentacles in reverse mean? I almost said Virgos again. For Sagittarius, week beginning June 23rd, 2024. One more. Now remember, this is the good news reading. A choice has to be made. This has kind of stalker energy to it. I don't know. But this is harmony, okay? I should have told her is what I heard in the beginning on the first shuffle for this Wheel of Fortune reverse. The delay served you. So whether you meant to or intentionally delayed saying something to specifically a Virgo, specifically a woman, either or both, it served you in some way. Okay, because maybe there is a Libra in the background. At any rate, someone you've been watching somehow, I don't know. And then the Moon card, if you did, it was in secret, and it is because of a Pisces or Aquarius or Cancer. But this could be your energy as well. Oh, no, it's not, because it's the Moon. I almost had a medical feel about this. I don't know why. That's very strange. I don't know. With the Two of Swords, you're like recovering from surgery. See how they have a bandage on there over one eye? I don't know. But they're secrets. But they serve you again. And then I'm just not going to take the next card because it makes no sense. At any rate, but you know, it is a 10, so when you have two 10s, it's a tarot cluster, it means new job or new client. Remember I said that in the beginning when I was shuffling? Anyway, you have a burden that's you're willing to take on. If the burden is a delay, it serves you in some way, but you know this intuitively already. Okay. something is not quite ready to be approached or begun, or but you know, the Page of Pentacles is a new start when it's in the upright, so it's the delay is good. That's the main message of that. What's the bad news for Sagittarius this week, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, lasting for 7 days? What's the bad news for Sagittarius, beginning today, June 23rd, and lasting for 7 days, or next 7 days? What's the bad news for Sagittarius, beginning today and lasting for 7 days? I feel kind of just mildly nauseous right now. I don't know if it's something you ate. I kind of do. Here, the King of Cups. Pisces and Scorpio was in your last reading. But here you have the King of Cups. And I almost get like an overindulgence feel to this, even though he is in the upright. I'm just saying. You might go drinking with a water sign. And then you have the Three of Swords. I don't know if you're having to hear about heartbreak or hear about, or are you drinking your sorrows away about a love connection? And then the Five of Cups, you're still optimistic though, because it is in reverse. I think you're drinking. I think you're going drinking with somebody and you're just going to be discussing like past heartbreaks or present heartbreaks. And I don't know, it's bad news. If it's not that, someone delivers bad news, but it could have been worse, so you're okay with it, is kind of what I'm getting. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Swords in the upright. In this deck, the Three of Swords is kind of mild, okay? Maybe you need a rest because it comes after the Two of Swords, which appeared in your first reading. Maybe there's some kind of disappointment about, just temporary disappointment. But this could be confusion too, so please clarify the meaning of this Three of Swords in the upright for Sagittarius and bad news. Week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's this Three of Swords in the upright mean for Sagittarius? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the bad news for Sagittarius this week? For next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. There's a light that you need to fix that's a safety issue. Like somebody may trip and fall if they don't change the bulb. That's kind of weird. Ten of Pentacles. This tried to come out in your good news reading and it came in reverse again. And you saw me shuffle many times, right? So the Three of Swords, I should have pulled this card in last reading, which means new job or the good news is new job or new client. A lucky break, but the Wheel of Fortune was in reverse, I think. At any rate, this might have to do with family too, okay? Because Ten of Pentacles is a family situation that makes you drink. I don't know. Nine of Wands, I don't know if it happened on or about May 1st, but in the upright, it means boundaries and... What's this word? I can't read it. Potentiality. You're waiting for the shoe to drop on a family situation and a Three of Swords situation. But this feels like it's moving into the past. So I think you're just rehashing some Three of Swords situation with the water sign and you're doing it over drinks. Am I telling you to drink? No. Am I telling you to do this? No. I'm just telling you this is the storyline that's coming in my head and this is bad news. As far as bad news, this seems like a rehash, so not new bad news, in other words. Okay. The bad news actually has been really mild in this weekly reading. Viva la différence. Now let's get the advice for Sagittarius. There's something about a neighbor who's kind of unstable. And maybe that's the Three of Swords. Maybe you got to create the Three of Swords for someone else. It's not something it feels like old news, but a rehash, and you're talking about it, but it may not be your own personal swords, situation. At any rate, what is the advice for Sagittarius to make this the most successful week possible? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What is the advice for Sagittarius this week, beginning today, to make the most successful week possible for Sagittarius? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. How can Sagittarius, what advice can you give Sagittarius to make this the most successful week possible? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. I almost said 25. So anything that happens this week can be a foreshadow of something that happens in 2025, or it's just a mistake, one of the two. Definitely Pisces energy. You need to hold back and think about something for 9 to 12 days until you have see the angry mob here. You may be, advice is to, I heard stay awake. Stay awake. Definitely dealing with a water sign, Pisces, really strong Pisces. So I don't know if a Pisces is looking to you about a situation and you tell them to wait, like wait and see, wait till the dust settles. I don't know. So it seems like the focus is not on you. So it might be a water sign. But I mean, this is your card too, but I don't think you're being persecuted. But if you want to flip it, that's fine. A Pisces may be advising you on how to endure a situation where you're being attacked, really. But still, the advice is the same either way. Even if it's vice versa, either way, you need to just wait 9 to 12 days before acting. And to listen to a Pisces, apparently. Okay. Could be Scorpio and Cancer, but it's strong Pisces. Okay, now we're going to read for Capricorns. Please like, share, and subscribe because it helps boost the channel. I appreciate you all so much. If you want to get a personal reading, I don't usually offer $20 readings. So, if you get in queue for that during the broadcast, because after the broadcast will be too late, then I will record a reading and email the link to you. Otherwise, I am running a 24-hour special for $50 only PayPal readings for the next 24 hours from the beginning of this broadcast. What's the good news for Capricorns? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the good news for Capricorns? Hire someone new. So if you're looking to hire somebody, you find a candidate. What is the good news for Capricorns? Beginning this week, 2024. What is the good news for Capricorns beginning today and lasting for 7 days? The week of June 23rd, 2024. Ooh, I feel really lightheaded. It makes me want to tell you to make sure you eat. And then you have the Five of Wands in reverse. Whatever it is if you get into an argument or a battle of wits or a battle of words, it's not serious. It's just almost like play or foreplay or practice or just jibing, rib jibing, right? And then you have the Two of Swords in reverse. If you have a decision to make, you are unable to make it, or it's a choice between two evils. So you may avoid making it, and that serves you in some way. And then Justice. No, you do actually make it. So you might be dealing with a Libra. A non-serious argument or battle of wits or wills. a decision between two scenarios or two people. Justice, you will make the right decision after all, no matter what you choose. Okay? And it's gonna be slightly different for everybody, but so all Capricorns, in other words, will experience this, not just one Capricorn out there that's watching this video. There's a argument or battle wills that's not bad or not real, so it might be just like practice, like you're, busting somebody's BALLS or something. And then indecisiveness of some kind, or you're not protecting yourself, or you find no need to protect yourself. We'll have to clarify this one. And then justice, something just and good and fairness happens in your life this week, possibly in regards to a decision. What's this Two of Swords in reverse mean for Capricorns? And good news for the week beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What is this Two of Swords in reverse mean for Capricorns? And good news, the week of June 23rd, 2024. What's this Two of Swords in reverse mean for Capricorns? Next 7 days beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Okay. I heard I wanted to do it anyhow. So take it how it resonates. Prince of Swords, and it is in the upright. So the Prince is the Knight of Swords. See how he's carrying a skull? He's tossing the coffin away. The Lord of the Misrule. So kind of trickster energy, but not deceptive necessarily. It's just like, playing pranks or something. But you have in regards to a decision you have to make, you'll make it. And you may do it at night. But here it says storyteller, clown, thinker, right? May involve an air sign of some kind. And then you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, the title of this card is Witch, Crone, Scapegoat. Ooh. I think you get into some mischief, and then it's okay. It's like harmless. But you may distract yourself with mischief. And I don't know if you get a spanking because of it, but whatever. But it's all in fun. So it looks like you're having fun this week, basically. Not really serious. The good news is that you don't have to be serious, perhaps. Okay. Now let's see what the bad news is. It seems like a welcome distraction, in other words. What's the bad news for Capricorns this week, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? What's the bad news for Capricorns this week, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? What's the bad news for Capricorns this week, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? Here you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're coming out of your head about something, but you're not out of the woods yet. That popped into my mind. And here you have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, relying on an earth sign who has everything organized and works hard, I want to say. And then you have the Queen of Cups. Now, when you have two queens, it's a tarot cluster, as you know, if you're a regular watcher of this channel, both past and present. This means gossip, either positive or negative. Looks positive. There could be a rival or an enemy or a petty betrayal, like petty, like backstabby. I don't know. There aren't horrible cards here, so I wouldn't really worry about it. But remember, you're playing pranks or something is good news. Like you have the freedom to do that is the good news. But it's not serious. Okay. So, you have two queens. You may be dealing with an earth sign, or this could be you, and a water sign. It feels still like very fun and not serious. So I don't know how bad this is. Maybe you're not being serious enough about something. Maybe it's too many distractions. Because maybe after a time of restriction in your mind, you just kind of want to let loose. So I'm going to clarify this card. What's this Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Capricorns and bad news? Beginning today, June 23rd, I almost said 16th, 2024. Please clarify the meaning of this Eight of Swords in reverse for Capricorns and bad news next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2000. Hello, everybody. June 23rd, 2024. What's this Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Capricorns? Next 7 days, bad news, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. I keep thinking of the old Tower Records building that I think now is a restaurant. It's in Sacramento by the zoo. I don't know if that's important. And then you have the Hangman in the upright. Now, the Hangman always tells us to wait 9 to 12 days. He might be dealing with a Sagittarius or Pisces person. But see how this Six of Swords kind of character is hanging this person over water, and their crown chakra is highlighted. Now, gurus, like Indian gurus, Hindi gurus, still to this day will hang from a branch for 9 to 12 days. So the blood rushes to their heads. So when they come off the limb and stand upright, their brain is fully oxygenated. You're making the right decisions. I don't know why that's bad news. 10 of Wands, oppression. It might have to do with work or a work situation, a burden that you don't want. I think you're distracting yourself, and there's a danger here that people are talking about that. Maybe that's the bad news and you find out. Although it's positive, it feels supportive. So let's clarify both of this tarot cluster, right? Please clarify the tarot cluster of the two queens for Scorpios. Bad news is Scorpios. Okay. Let's clear that. So this person might be a Scorpio person. Please clarify the tarot cluster of the two queens for Capricorns. I almost said via Hulu. Hula. I don't know. Please clarify the meaning of the two queens of the tarot cluster in this reading for Capricorns and bad news next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Please clarify the meaning of the tarot cluster of the two queens in the upright for Capricorns, June 23rd, 2024. Oh, my back is so tense right now. I think you're just trying to let loose and you have the freedom to do that, or maybe you don't because of stuff you have to have at work. Maybe you have to wait 9 to 12 days. 9 of Swords in the upright, cruelty, oppression and cruelty. So the enjoyable gossip is about some kind of cruelty, either your cruelty and people are making light of it, or vice versa. Magician, they shouldn't be talking about it because it's a Magician card in reverse. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I think this really is a work or income situation. However you gain money, whether you get it from your wife, your husband, from work, clients, whatever it is. There's talk. It's enjoyable talk. It's like dirty gossip, like gossip for gossip's sake, okay? And maybe you're the subject, okay? I'm just saying. All right, let's get the advice. keep thinking of Scorpios. Thank you for the likes, you guys. I appreciate you so much. What's the advice for Capricorns to make this the most successful week possible? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Capricorns to make this the most successful week possible? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Capricorns? Ooh, I got the tinglies already. Okay. Don't cut, all right. Queen of Cups in reverse. Don't be a drama queen or don't deal with a drama queen. Don't have a new beginning with a drama queen who's most likely a water sign. Remember, I kept hearing Scorpio. Don't get into a legal tussle with a water sign because it doesn't look great. Or you may meet a water sign that you're meant to have an experience with, but it's not going to be a great experience. You better just watch who you are, who you hang out with. They might be sick in some way and just maybe some drama. And again, it looks like you want to have a lighthearted week or deserve a lighthearted week, so just go with that. Okay, now we're going to read for Aquarius. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. You guys are awesome. I see no one has gotten a $20 reading. That's fine. You don't have to have one. But please don't rely just on general readings. Nothing beats a person reading, whether you get it from me or someone else. What's the good news for Aquarius? For the next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the good news for Aquarius? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What is the good news for Aquarius for the next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? I heard fight for your rights. So remember, I'm reading good news, okay? So maybe you find the strength or courage to do so. Here you have the, 10 of Swords. Sometimes this is the fight for your rights card, right? An ending is near or pending. A betrayal, fight for your rights. A betrayal energy is in your midst, potentially. Or it's the end of a mental chapter. I don't know if a Page of Wands has anything to do with this. This would be a fire sign your age or younger, or a child. Maybe they're just not serious, or maybe they think they're bigger than they are because he has a Toro horse that he's imagining he's on a stallion or something. Someone who's maybe too big for their britches, and then probably has something to do with the career sector, but not necessarily. Here's the Sun. You'll be victorious. You may get an invitation from someone who betrayed you in the past, and maybe that's a good thing to you. I don't know. Right? That's a possibility. So betrayal or ending energy, an invitation energy, which is a new start. It's not a new beginning like an ace. It's a new start with something that has started before. And there's good news, new everything. You have a new lease on life or a new outlook on life. Like you're very, very hopeful. So let's see what this card means in this context. What's this 10 of Swords in the upright mean for Aquarius and good luck? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's this 10 of Swords in the upright mean for Aquarius and good luck next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? Here you have the Page of Wands again, twice. So definitely dealing with a fire sign your age or younger. Is it you? I don't think so. Even if you have a fire moon, I don't think this is you. This is somebody else. Now see how it says prostitute, seductive, muse, seeker. Okay. So here you see Mary Magdalene. Here you see like an ethereal character, and it looks like he has a golden wand in his hand that's made to look like his phallus. Then you have like this shadowy character wrapped around her, and she's on her knees. Take it how it resonates. Someone from the past who betrayed you comes back with an invitation, and it feels like it looks like you're accepting this person. Do you have to? No. Okay. This person created an ending in the past and suddenly come back in. It's immature energy. Maybe they act bigger than, or better, or more successful than they really are. So let's clarify this card. But somehow it's good news to you. What's this Page of Wands card in the upright for Aquarius and good news? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's this Page of Wands in the upright mean for Aquarius and good news? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's this Page of Wands energy in the upright for Aquarius, June 23rd, 2024, and the next 7 days? I heard they talk a lot, so I don't know if they just talk at you and not with you, or it's a person who boasts, but they don't really have anything to back it up. They might come to you indecisive, which seems logical. They're in, they're out. Still makes you happy somehow. I don't know. And then 9 of Pentacles, inopportunity. Yeah. So you're going to have a chance to have another shot, a sexual shot with someone who comes in and out. But instead of being upset about it, you're okay with it. You may meet them on the down low. I'm kind of getting that energy. They're indecisive, not you're indecisive. But maybe that serves you because you're focused on career. So this is just like letting off steam. So you don't really care what this person's intentions are. Perhaps that's the good news, that you're able to do that. I don't know. That's one storyline that's coming into my head. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. I appreciate you. What's the bad news for Aquarius? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the bad news for Aquarius this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the bad news for Aquarius this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024, for the next 7 days. What's the bad news for Aquarius this week? Ooh, I feel a cry behind my eyes. Something might upset you. I don't think it's this thing that was good news. Might be separate. It's not the one you want, is what I heard. And then you have the 4 of Wands, which is stability, commitment, attending a wedding, attending a rock concert, I want to say a festival, a house move that you desire, or you hear about an engagement and a music festival and all that. Then you have the Page of Swords energy. It's interesting that you had pages in the middle orientation, so people around your age or younger will be your focus this week, good and bad. But here you see a boy running with scissors, which is not, great. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles. Again, balancing energies. As far as bad news, this is terrific. Remember, I heard not the one I want. So you may, grab some tail with someone you used to be with that is not serious, that would have normally devastated you, but you have your eye on someone who's like the sun, possibly a Leo. But here, good news is happening around you, not necessarily to you. As far as bad news, I'm going to clarify the whole reading because there's a lot of balance here. But maybe you're just quietly waiting for the one that you really want. It feels like love. Okay, I'm just saying. Please clarify this reading. Bad news for Aquarius. Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Please clarify this reading. Bad news for Aquarius this week. Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. I heard a meal you can't afford. Maybe there's a danger of overspending or being reckless with your responsibilities. I don't know. Six of Swords, you're not out of the woods yet. You're still in rough waters. You haven't reached your destination that you really want to be. There's a danger of overspending money. You need to budget money. And maybe the bad news is that you're able to do this, but you're not able to treat yourself. And then you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. There's something that's, remember, not the one I want. I think there's somebody you want to be with, but somebody from the past comes back, so you kind of party down with them. But really, you're just waiting for this other person. But it's, in a way, it's a good thing because you're trying to build something up, maybe to approach the new person. Okay, let's get the advice. And then we'll move on to Pisces. What's the advice for Aquarius this week to make this the most successful week possible? Next 7 days, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Aquarius this week to make this the most successful week possible? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the advice for Aquarius this week to make this the most successful week possible? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 3rd, 2024. One more. I see the color, actually I see the word yellow. So there's deception around you, but not maybe directed toward you. Okay, so you need to be careful about that. It's kind of out here, like second, third tier. Again, the Six of Swords in reverse. You need to accept and you need to be realistic about where you're at. You're not at the Five of Swords, you're not at the Seven of Swords, but there's trickery around you coming in. Not necessarily to you, you're in rough waters, so you need to be realistic about where you are meant. Yeah, see, okay, so there's deception around you coming in, and you're in danger of being pulled into it or participating in it as a victim or potential victim. It makes me think of hacking almost. Knight of Wands energy. Seven of Cups energy in reverse. So 2 sevens is a tarot cluster. Mean mutual love or balanced forces. You need to maintain balance, okay? And not be pulled into a deception that's definitely going to be happening around you. And you're not in a state, you're in this state of Six of Swords in reverse. You don't want to be pulled into the Seven of Swords, okay, energy. It's like, if I had to give an example, if I had to give an example, you have a account at Little Bo Peep or something where you're selling consignment clothes, right? And you have a friend who has an account there too. Their account gets hacked, and then you just leave your account open instead of just deleting it. You see, and so there's deception around you, okay, that you have the potential of being pulled into as a victim of the deception, but you just be on guard and you won't be. You see what I'm saying? It involves like the taking away of something. Um, take away money, take away of reputation, something like that. Okay. Now let's read for Pisces. Let's clean the cards, wash the cards. What's the good news for Pisces this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. This is your last chance to get in queue for the $20 reading, which I never offer personally. So get in on that if you want, or take advantage of the special I have today for the next 24 hours of the $50 30-minute reading. What's the good news for Pisces this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. I heard they don't think about you, so that's good news to you. Whoever came to mind first. So you might be getting rid of someone who is clingy, I guess. What's the good news for Pisces this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. The first card you have is the Six of Swords. I don't know if you're dealing with Aquarius. They got this in both readings, but it is in the upright. Moving from rough waters to smoother waters. That's always the way. Or you get to your destination or your house move. A goal is of a move or a destination or a trip is attained. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. I don't know if it has to do with an earth sign, but whoever it is very grounded, and apparently they like to clean. And then the Hierophant in reverse, I don't know, it has to do with school, a corporation, a religion, a church, but it is in reverse. So in reverse, this is like anarchy. You are not maintaining the status quo. You're doing your own thing, especially if your moon or rising sign is an earth sign. Sixes are related to the Lovers card, which is Gemini energy. The Knights are related to your card, the Hanged Man. The Hierophant are related to the Fives, which have to do with either change or conflict, depending on the orientation. Because this orientation is in reverse, it has to do with conflict. So the good news is that you are in a position to overcome conflict because maybe you're in a position of power. At any rate, you're in smoother waters. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very grounded, especially with money. So it seems or feels like you have everything you need. You're going to go to the beat of your own drum, but apparently that's acceptable. Or you won't come into any opposition unless the bad news spread says so. Okay? So let's clarify this reading. Well, let's see what this Hierophant means. What's this Hierophant in reverse mean for Pisces and good news for the next 7 days beginning June 23rd, 2024? What's this Hierophant in reverse mean for Pisces and good news beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? What's this Hierophant in reverse mean for Pisces and good news beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? One more. I heard that's it. Do you want me to cut or not cut? Don't cut. Chariot card. I don't think it's going on a trip. So this might be a mental destination of some sort. I don't know. But we're clarifying this card, the Hierophant card, which is a corporate or industrious card. But the Chariot card is in reverse. So here people are arriving at their destination. Maybe you're still deciding what your destination would be, and maybe it's an unusual choice, but at least you have choices, right? You're in a power or in a position to make those choices or have those options. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, which is someone your age or younger. There's like a baby Jesus kind of theme here, the newborn king. You might have news about money of some kind. And then you have the Six of Cups, which is amazing, sensuality. So lots of sex, it looks like, really seductive kind, and maybe it's out of the ordinary sex, okay? Which Pisces are, you know, privy to or have a tendency toward, okay? Privy to. Let's see what the bad news is. What's the bad news for Pisces this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the bad news for Pisces this week? Next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. What's the bad news for Pisces this week? Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. Ooh, I feel out of breath. Usually that means I'm in love. I don't know why that would be bad news. You have the King of Swords, which is someone who's logical, an air sign. Logical, resourceful, down to earth, has good advice, accountant, legal. Strength is in reverse. I forget who had that. I think it might have been Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer. Had in the same orientation in this same position. Whoever had that, you might be connected to them. And it's bad news. Anyway, a sap in vitality. But here we have scrubble soap pads. Okay. Maybe you're too tired to clean or barbecue. I don't know. And then you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Playful energy is in the same orientation and position as the Smexy card. So you might be a little bit of a playgirl or playboy. And dramatic. Okay. Maybe overly dramatic, because that's sometimes the meaning of this card. Let's clarify the reading. And then we'll get the advice. Last chance to get in queue for the $20 only readings via PayPal. Please clarify this reading for bad news for Pisces next 7 days, beginning today, June 23rd through 2024. I mean, as far as bad news, this is not bad at all. I heard tired of partying. So you might over party, I guess. I don't know. Please clarify this reading for Pisces and bad news for next 7 days. Beginning today, June 23rd, 2024. One more. I heard I should cut. Here you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. Someone is not your best friend, or there's a loss of confidence in your looks. You're a goddess, creation, or artist. But you might have somebody who's not really your friend. And I can't really discern who that is. If I had to guess, I would think you is a fire sign in reverse around your age. Eight of Swords, someone puts you in your head. Here, the name of this card is short-sighted. Okay. But you have people around you who are putting you in this headspace. So it saps your confidence and your energy. So it seems like you have people around you. The bad news is that people around you, you don't have your best. It feels not dangerous to your reputation or your, physical well-being, but it appears to be like mental cruelty almost. And you're like the last, Three of Swords. Separations is the name of this card. You might have to separate from a group of people. It feels like a group who you know are not their friend, your friends. Like, I mean, if they invite you over to their house, you're friends. If they don't, they're not your friends. That's, if they remember your birthday, they're your friends. If they don't, they're not your friends. Those are the two like measures that I have personally. But there's heartbreak of some kind because you thought people were your friend. And it doesn't seem devastating. It's just like a kind of a realization, of who your true friends are, and it kind of hurts. Maybe you like them more than they like you, but again, think about it. Were they really your friends? Maybe they invited you out for drinks, but you never been over to their house. Maybe you have fun with them, meaning like whenever you see them at a party, they're very friendly to you and very kind, but then they talk shit behind your back and you just realize, like, you invite them out for like pizza with your, play date between your kids, and they're like, no, I'm good. It's like that. Okay. So you're like, wow, I thought I was closer to these people. It's like that kind of energy. But that's a good thing, you have a realization now before there's like a true investment. So the bad news is good news in a way. What is the advice for Pisces to have the most successful week possible next 7 days beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? What's the advice for Pisces this week, next 7 days, to make the most successful week possible beginning today, June 23rd, 2024? Ooh, I feel like cutting an extra time, so I will. Hangman, hang back for 9 to 12 days. Don't let yourself be torn down by this crowd. You are not the sacrifice, I want to say. And see this? Moving forward with this Chariot card, and see how he's looking back. I would keep moving forward, and whoever is with you on your journey, then great. If whoever isn't, that's the way to look at it. And don't believe lies. Okay, well, that's interesting. Let's see if anybody got a reading. No, they didn't. Okay, so as of right now, the $20 one question in-depth readings are closed. But if you want a $50, which is very cheap, it's $15 off my regular 30-minute reading, I will be taking those orders for the next 24 hours, and it'll be delivered within hours of you paying for it. Okay, just email me at ministryoftarot@gmail.com for more information. If you do get a reading, please do not give me your sun sign, nor your birthday, nor the background information. Just give me your list of questions as if I already know the answer or the question's background already. But I thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thank you.